Every year, more than 4 million people around the world die from causes related to obesity. That equals more than 11,000 deaths every single day, one person every 8 seconds. In the United States, over 42% of adults are obese, and nearly 1 in 5 children is already affected. If current trends continue, experts warn that within the next decade, half of all American adults could be living with obesity. Today, obesity causes more deaths globally than hunger. It significantly increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and more than 200 chronic conditions. Yet the most frightening reality is this: most people do not realize obesity is killing them until it is too late. This is not a problem of the future, it is happening right now. Obesity is a silent killer. It rarely causes sudden death or dramatic symptoms in the beginning. Instead, it damages the body slowly, quietly, and relentlessly over time. Unlike infectious diseases, obesity does not spread through viruses or bacteria. It spreads through daily habits, environments, stress, and modern lifestyles. No one becomes obese overnight. It begins subtly: a few extra pounds, feeling tired more often, shortness of breath when climbing stairs, poor sleep, rising blood sugar, blood pressure slowly creeping higher. These warning signs are often ignored or normalized. Many people tell themselves it's just part of getting older or that it runs in the family. But inside the body, damage has already begun. Obesity is not simply about excess weight. It is a state of chronic inflammation. Excess fat, especially visceral fat surrounding vital organs, releases harmful substances that disrupt normal bodily functions. Blood vessels become damaged. Hormones fall out of balance. Insulin resistance increases. The heart is forced to work harder every second. The immune system gradually weakens. The pancreas struggles to regulate blood sugar. The liver becomes overloaded with fat. Joints slowly wear down under constant pressure. This continuous internal stress accelerates aging and dramatically raises the risk of serious disease. Obesity is one of the strongest risk factors for heart disease, the leading cause of death worldwide. It significantly increases the risk of stroke, which can strike suddenly and permanently alter a person's life. It is closely linked to type 2 diabetes, a disease affecting hundreds of millions of people across the globe. High blood pressure, often called the silent killer, is far more common among people with obesity. Obesity is also associated with several forms of cancer, including breast, colon, liver, and pancreatic cancer. It increases the risk of sleep apnea, which can lead to sudden cardiac death, and fatty liver disease, now one of the fastest growing causes of liver failure. Research shows that severe obesity can shorten life expectancy by 8 to 10 years, an impact comparable to long-term smoking. Yet, unlike smoking, obesity is often minimized, socially accepted, or even defended. One reason obesity is so deadly is because it has been normalized. When most people around you are overweight, it no longer feels unusual. When fast food is everywhere, unhealthy eating feels convenient. When life is busy and stressful, physical activity feels optional. Modern society makes obesity easy and healthy living difficult. Ultra-processed foods are cheap, addictive, and heavily marketed. Sugary drinks are consumed daily without much thought. Sedentary jobs dominate modern work life. Chronic stress and lack of sleep increase hunger and cravings. Children are exposed to unhealthy food marketing from a very young age. All of these factors create a perfect storm. Once obesity develops, reversing it becomes extremely difficult. The body adapts to higher weight, metabolism slows, and hunger signals grow stronger. Many people try to lose weight repeatedly and fail, leading to frustration, guilt, and hopelessness. Obesity is not only a physical condition, it is deeply connected to mental and emotional health. Many people eat to cope with stress, anxiety, depression, loneliness, or unresolved trauma. Food becomes comfort. Comfort becomes habit. Habit becomes dependency. Over time, shame replaces motivation. People avoid mirrors, medical appointments, and conversations about their health. They tell themselves they will start later, that it is not that serious, that there is still time. Meanwhile, the damage continues quietly inside the body. Globally, obesity rates have tripled since 1975. Many countries that once struggled primarily with hunger now face a double burden of malnutrition and obesity. Children are increasingly developing type 2 diabetes, a disease once seen almost exclusively in adults. Hospitals are becoming overwhelmed with obesity-related complications. Healthcare systems are under enormous financial and human pressure. Yet obesity still does not receive the urgency it deserves, because it does not look like an emergency until the consequences appear. This message is not about blaming individuals. It is not about shame. It is about awareness. Millions of people are suffering and dying not because they do not care, but because they do not fully understand the danger. Obesity is silent, it is patient, and it is deadly. After understanding how dangerous obesity truly is, a critical question remains. Why has losing weight become so difficult in today's world? The answer goes far beyond personal willpower. The human body was not designed for the modern environment. Thousands of years of evolution trained us to store energy for survival. But today, constant food availability, low physical activity, chronic stress, and poor sleep have turned that survival mechanism into a serious health threat. Modern food is no longer the same as natural food. Many products are engineered to stimulate the brain, causing people to eat more without realizing it. Sugar, salt, and fat are combined in ways that create addiction, disrupting the body's natural hunger and fullness signals. At the same time, the food industry spends billions of dollars each year promoting unhealthy products. Emotional, convenient, and persuasive marketing encourages quick choices, while the long-term cost is paid with human health. Meanwhile, modern lifestyles continue to reduce physical activity. Sedentary jobs, long screen time, and extreme mental fatigue leave many people without the energy to care for their bodies. Chronic stress and sleep deprivation make the situation even worse. When the body is exhausted, hunger hormones increase while satiety hormones decrease. Cravings for sugar, refined carbohydrates, and fast food become stronger than ever. This is not weakness. This is a system working against human health. Yet no matter how difficult it may be, obesity is not a life sentence. The most important step is not rapid weight loss, but a shift in awareness. Obesity is not an appearance issue, it is a survival issue. When people truly understand that their health is being threatened every day, priorities begin to change. Small but consistent changes can create powerful results. Eating more slowly, reducing sugary drinks, increasing whole natural foods, sleeping enough, moving the body regularly, even if it is only daily walking. Perfection is not required, consistency is. Even more important is breaking the silence. Obesity is often avoided as a topic out of fear of hurting feelings. But silence protects no one. Silence allows the disease to grow. Talking about obesity is not about blame. It is about awakening. Not about shame, but about creating opportunity for change. Families, schools, and society must work together to build healthier environments. Children need to learn healthy eating habits early in life. Adults deserve honest health information, not messages distorted by marketing and false promises. Healthcare systems must focus more on prevention rather than only treating the consequences. Because once obesity leads to heart disease, diabetes, or stroke, the cost becomes enormous, not only financially, but in human lives. Most importantly, people must understand that caring for one's health is not selfish. It is a responsibility to oneself, to family, to those who depend on us. Obesity does not kill in a single day. It steals health gradually. It takes away energy, years of life, and quality of living, while people continue to believe everything is still fine. Until one day, the body can no longer endure. This message is not meant to spread fear. It is meant to awaken awareness, because there is still time. There is still opportunity, but only if people choose to face the problem instead of ignoring it. Obesity is silent, it is patient, and it does not stop. The final question is not whether obesity is dangerous. The real question is, what will we do before it is too late? Health is not something that can be postponed forever, because every day that passes, the body remembers the choices we make. And the choices made today shape the life of tomorrow.